You came home today, hugged your dog, and genuinely believed you were being a great owner. But what if the one thing your dog fears most is something you did just this morning? Not out of cruelty or neglect, but out of a wrong kind of love that quietly erodes their trust. Most owners go completely silent when they realize the truth. Science confirms that your dog has the emotional intelligence of a 2-year-old child, feeling everything from joy to genuine heartbreak. The problem is, it's often our small, well-intentioned daily habits, not the obvious mistakes, that chip away at their happiness and dog loyalty. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the things you do that might be hurting your best friend without you even knowing it. Welcome to the dog loyalty community. If you're here, it's because you believe every dog deserves an owner who understands them. Let's grow closer to our best friends, one habit at a time. 10 habits destroying dog loyalty. 1. The primal alarm. Testing through food removal. The most damaging habit begins at the bowl. Many owners believe that taking a dog's food away mid-meal teaches patience or submissive dog loyalty, but the canine brain processes this very differently. Because dogs are biologically wired to treat food as a critical survival resource, this repeated interruption triggers a primal fear response in the nervous system. You aren't teaching obedience. You are creating resource guarding. A dog that stiffens or eats faster is a dog in a state of survival anxiety. To protect dog loyalty, your hands should only represent a source of gain. Instead of taking away, drop high-value treats into the bowl while they eat to build a neurological association of safety and abundance. Beyond the food bowl, the most frequent fractures in dog loyalty occur during the transition between your world and theirs, specifically how you handle the energy of your return and the sanctuary of their space. 2. The spike and crash, high-energy greetings. When you return home, your dog's nervous system is already in a state of high arousal. By mirroring their excitement with squeals and jumping, you amplify this spike, making it impossible for them to return to a baseline of calm. This isn't happiness, it is an unsustainable neurological state that often leads to separation distress. To honor dog loyalty, you must be their social anchor. Wait 90 seconds for their energy to settle before offering a gentle greeting. And a stable dog is a truly happy dog. 3. The sanctuary betrayal. Crate as punishment. By evolutionary design, dogs are den animals that seek security in enclosed spaces. However, when you use the crate for timeouts after a mistake, you transform their sanctuary into a place of rejection. This psychological shift destroys the crate's function as a safe haven, linking it to the feeling of disapproval. Once dog loyalty is associated with fear of the den, the dog loses its ability to rest deeply. Always keep the crate neutral and positive, ensuring it remains a voluntary retreat rather than a consequence. 4. The protector's betrayal. Laughing at fear. When a dog is trembling during a thunderstorm, they aren't just acting out, they are experiencing a biological crisis of elevated cortisol and a racing heart. If you laugh or film their distress, you signal that you are an unreliable protector. In the world of dog loyalty, your role is to be a steady, calm presence. By failing to acknowledge their genuine fear, you create floating anxiety, a state where the world feels fundamentally unsafe because their social anchor is emotionally unavailable. 5. Neurological tension. The overhead pat. Most of us interpret a dog's stillness during a head pat as enjoyment, but in canine biology, this is often learned tolerance. Reaching over a dog's head triggers a dominant postural response and involuntary tension, as they cannot clearly see what is coming from above. True dog. Loyalty flourishes when we respect their neurological wiring. You shift your affection to their chest or shoulders, areas that activate oxytocin and mutual bonding without the underlying threat of a dominant gesture. 6. The chaos of inconsistency, random rule setting. A dog's sense of peace depends on predictability. When rules shift based on your mood, allowing them on the sofa Monday but shouting on Tuesday, you create a mental environment of chaos. Without a consistent pattern, your dog cannot build a reliable model of the world, leading to behavioral stubbornness that is actually rooted in deep anxiety. Dog loyalty is best honored through agreement. When everyone in the household holds the same boundaries, your dog finally feels safe enough to relax. 7. The broken channel, ignoring communication. Every nudge, paw, or intense stare is a deliberate communication attempt. And when we consistently ignore these small signals, dogs don't just stop. They either escalate into destructive behaviors or fall into learned helplessness. A dog that stops trying to reach you has given up on the connection. To preserve dog loyalty, even a brief moment of eye contact or a single word of acknowledgement tells them, "I hear you and you matter." 8. The learning barrier. Shouting at misbehavior. Volume is not information. Shouting triggers a fear state that neurologically prevents the brain from processing new data, making it a failed teaching tool. Instead of correcting the mistake, you are simply teaching your dog that your presence carries a threat. True dog loyalty is built through a mark, redirect, reward sequence, which works with the canine brain's natural learning patterns rather than against them. 9. To social exclusion, physical rejection. In the language of the pack, physical contact is the currency of belonging. When you push your dog away, even gently, they interpret it as being excluded from the group. This social rejection can lead to insecure attachment and obsessive attention-seeking. Instead of physical force, use clear verbal cues like place to establish boundaries without damaging the emotional bond that defines dog loyalty. 10. The silent suffering. Social isolation. Dogs are biologically engineered for group survival, making chronic isolation a form of true suffering. Boredom and loneliness are the root causes of most personality problems. Your dog has only one life, and the absolute center of it is you. Spending just 15 minutes of intentional, eye-undistracted time together provides the neurological enrichment they need to remain a stable, happy, and devoted companion. Dog loyalty is not a one-way street. It is a profound trust that you will act as their social anchor in a world they cannot fully comprehend. When we fail to act as a protector, such as laughing at their fear during a storm or physically pushing them away during their most vulnerable moments, we are effectively breaking a 15,000-year-old pact. To a dog, your emotional availability is their primary survival resource. If the one creature they trust completely appears dismissive or unpredictable, their world collapses into a state of floating anxiety. We must realize that for a dog, physical and emotional contact is the only currency of belonging they possess. They don't have careers, hobbies, or digital worlds. They only have the bond they share with you. Every habit we've discussed is a thread in the fabric of dog loyalty. When we choose consistency over convenience and calm over chaos, we aren't just improving their behavior. We are honoring their devotion. You are the main event of their lives, and true mastery of the canine language means showing up for that responsibility with the same unconditional presence they give to you every single day. In the deep chemistry of dog loyalty, you act as your dog's emotional thermostat. Through a process called co-regulation, your dog's nervous system physically synchronizes with your own. If you approach challenges with a frantic or shouting energy, you provide a template of chaos that your dog is biologically forced to mirror. However, when you remain the calm center of their world, especially during stressful returns or frightening storms, you provide the neurological medicine they need to feel safe. Your stability is the foundation upon which their confidence is built. A problem dog is often simply a confused dog looking for a clearer mirror. When we provide a consistent environment with predictable rules, we allow dog loyalty to transform from a state of anxious attachment into one of secure devotion. Your dog doesn't need a master who dominates. They need a harbor that understands. By shifting your own habits, you change the reflection they cast back at you. Every moment you spend being present and intentional is a signal that the world is a manageable place, allowing your dog to finally relax into the best version of themselves. So the journey of dog loyalty doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. Every habit we have deconstructed, from the way you handle their food bowl to the energy you bring through the front door, is an opportunity to repair or reinforce the most honest bond on earth. By replacing shouting with redirection and high arousal greetings with calm stability, you are doing more than just training a pet. You are honoring a 15,000-year-old biological pact. You are finally giving your dog the one thing they have always given you: a love that is consistent, safe, and deeply understood. Your dog's world is exactly as large and as safe as you make it. When you change your habits, you don't just change their behavior, you change their life. Your dog deserves to be understood. If this helps you see them in a different light, please like, share, and subscribe to the Dog Loyalty channel. Join a community of owners who truly understand their dog's language. Let's bond more with our best friends, one routine at a time.